How's it going, guys? This is Lauren back from Etheric Tide. We've got ourselves a pick a card for the week. This is to see some of the energies that you'll be dealing with for the upcoming week. And keep in mind that these are general in nature. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. And really, these are kind of timeless as well. So I generally set these up so whenever you are listening to this video, it's the appropriate time for you. So, without further ado, take a breath, have a think about it, feel into your heart space, see which one you're most attracted to, 1, 2, or 3. No wrong answers, you could be attracted to all 3 if you so wish. So, let's get into number 1. For those of you who chose number 1 today, ooh, lovely. 6 of Pentacles. This one, obviously, Pentacles being to do with everything that's within the physical realm, so career, money, jobs, home, but usually this one's associated with like equal give and take. This one, as you can see, is holding the balance there, so it's about having the resources, and I'm going to put emphasis on the word resource. Where are you effectively using your resources? And these can be time, money, energy, skills, knowledge, anything can, even your emotional space. Like, are there people in your life that are coming to you and they are relying on your resource of emotional giving, that you provide a safe space in order for them to unload their problems, so to speak. So I feel like Spirit's kind of guiding me in that direction of that equal give and take of your resources, particularly if it's your emotional resources. Now, this can play out in lots of different ways in all of your relationships, depending on your situation. However, this is kind of rooted into that idea of people feeling like they need to give more to a relationship in order to feel like the relationship is equal, even though it isn't. So as in, some people maybe feel that they are more comfortable with the idea of them being the one that gives more, and we do need to take responsibility to really notice where we are contributing to a situation that we feel like we're in resentment, or we feel like we're not getting our needs met. It's not always all the other person's fault, which is actually a great thing, because if it was all their fault, then it takes all of our power away to be able to fix the situation. It also means that we are given the opportunity to have a look at the places in which we're contributing to an imbalance in resource give and take. And it also gives us an opportunity to be really mindful of where our needs are and whether those needs are actually being met, and figuring out different ways that we can voice that in a really happy and healthy way that's not putting down the other person for not meeting your needs in the first place. Now, I've become aware of like a specific dynamic that can happen in relationships where one person is incredibly giving. They are loving. They love to give to their partners. They love to, and they kind of, based on whatever their early childhood memories are of their parents, they probably were put in a situation where they had to take on the parental role. So if this applies to you, then listen up. You've created a dynamic where you feel you need to give more in order to feel valued. And also at the same time, by you over-giving, you don't actually allow your needs to be met, as in you block your needs from being met. And the other person isn't clear on how your needs need to be met. And it's kind of like you get used to the imbalance. That feels normal, natural, familiar to you. And at the same time, it creates incredible resentment within you because your needs are not being met. And that may come out in like bursts of anger, where after a while, if you're not getting your needs met for long enough time, then it will just come out in crazy ways. So to sum up, Figure out where you're contributing within these dynamics, and figure out healthy ways in order to communicate your needs getting met so you can create more balance. Number 2. Okay, we got ourselves our 3 of Cups in the reverse. So this one's, okay, so we've got triangulation here. So these are like dynamics within social situations where you're having a situation where 2 or more people are contributing to, like, this feels like gossip to me. Usually this is about celebration and happiness and joyousness, and like it feels like either going into the workspace or going into a social party or group of people, and there's like these dynamics where there's people talking about other people and it's contributing to the way other people are treating you. So it's kind of, and I feel like there's worry around this as well. So if you feel as though you are so concerned about how other people are going to see you within social situations and how you're presenting yourself in social situations, whether it's happening or not, it's important we don't give into it. It's important that we don't linger our thoughts and emotions on the fact that other people are saying blah blah about us, because ultimately the more we focus on it, the more we bring it into our existence, the more that we'll experience it from other people, and the more it's going to actually affect us. And that's not what we want. We don't want to focus on the things that actually are not serving us. We want to focus on the things that are going to bring about calm, positive, and transformational situations. And having people around us and focusing on people that are just going to say things for the sake of gossip or fear-mongering and fueling negativity and fear. Like, I know it's actually starting to build to something that's a little bit more sinister than what I first thought. Like, it actually feels like some people playing out their own insecurities by projecting insecurities upon other people by fueling like things that may not actually be real. It's just a way for them to cope with deflecting off of their own insecurities. And this is not to like invalidate the way that person's experiencing their reality. It's just giving us an opportunity not to be affected by the way other people experience reality. Now, so what I'm saying is everybody experiences reality differently. And for the most part, if that's how they're experiencing it, for the moment, that's what real is. That's the truth for them. And accepting that that's the truth for them because of the direct relation to their experiences that they have experienced throughout their life, that's how they see their life, and therefore that's the truth according to them. And just because it's the truth according to them doesn't mean it's the truth for you. It doesn't mean that it's the truth for some other people that are around you. So as you can see, depending on what we're focusing on, depending on what we believe in, creates what truth is to us. So why would we be taking on somebody else's truth when they've had a different experience to us? So hopefully the people who were drawn to this card understands what it is that I'm saying. And it's a matter of letting go of what you think other people see as reality, as truth, and decide what you think is truth. Therefore, whatever they say is basically meaningless and it won't hurt you anymore. So that's number 2. Number 3. Oh, okay. 6 of Swords. Air signs. Okay. This is about moving on. And not just moving on to better things. And it's also about a healing journey as well. So as you can see, we've got like perhaps a mother, certainly like a parental figure, and a child here. And we've got somebody who's kind of guiding you through. So I feel like this is where you've recognized that the paths that you've taken in the past and the experiences that you've had have affected you in such a way, and it's relinquishing and surrendering to that idea that you're ready to really invest in your own healing and move on to better things. And just so you know, like if you even look in this picture, there's trees on the other side of the river, there's growth on the other side of the river. It may feel painful sometimes when we have to leave behind what we perceive as, and especially if we've been holding on to this for a really long time, our identity. If we feel as though we're moving away from our past selves, sometimes we can feel like a melancholy associated with that. Now, in order to soothe that melancholy, just know that once we move and shift through that, because we have experienced all of that pain, what is on the opposite side of that is growth. The opposite to pain is growth. And the way in which you experience that growth will be so fulfilling in the opposite end of the way in which you felt that pain, if that can make sense to you. So just know that healing is an ongoing process. It will always be happening for you. It will never be done, and that's okay. We may be done with certain aspects, or there may be parts of our healing that will be done, as in like this aspect of my behavior. I feel like I've finally transformed and transmuted that, and that is no longer a part of me anymore. And now, because I've released that part of myself and transformed it into something more beautiful than I ever could have imagined, okay, what is that next level? Was the next level of healing that I can take on from this new perspective of my reality? And I think a lot of you this may be coming up in your environment at the moment, where you are having interactions or situations or people that are coming back into your reality, and you are becoming incredibly aware of that very thing. You have elevated your vibration. You've let go of parts of yourself that do not fit inside your vibration anymore, or your reality. You can't access them anymore. They've transformed so much that that person that originally would have triggered that vibration out of you, that behavior, that pattern, that belief system that was very negative and painful for you, they just can't get to it. They can't aggravate it out of you anymore because you've transformed it. So when I say healing is never done, there's always going to be growth that is necessary. However, when it comes to certain aspects of ourselves, we absolutely can transform and transmute them. We don't have to stay stuck inside our own healing and focus on it and focus on it and focus on it, because we'll continue to keep ourselves in that re-traumatization cycle, because we think like, oh, we have to keep healing this same thing over and over again. Partly that keeps ourselves inside that healing. So I'll leave it there. Thank you so much. If you would like any personal readings, you can personal message me or go to www.etherictide.com. Thank you so much to all of your good karma donations. Please like, subscribe, and any of your gorgeous comments are always welcome. So see you next time, guys, and have a good week. Bye.